I have no idea what I'm gonna say today. So typically, when I'm editing videos, being that today's like July 8th, the videos I'm editing are from like June 20th. Because I just edit the videos as I get to them. Which is fine because I know where I left off, I know what I already said, and I can just pick up and go. But from the fitness aspect as a whole, as I said before, after 2009, that's when my final plan started to come together. And it's not a final plan that I set out to have. God said, hey homeboy, another random phrase. I joked around often about I'm not gonna get married till I'm 30. Random joke. And it wasn't even a joke. The same way I say I'm gonna live to 112, the same way I say if I ever have my own gym, I'm gonna call it the playground. Because when I'm at the gym, I feel like I'm at the playground. Cause you see how kids have fun at the playground? Do you see how kids play at the playground? Do you see the laughs and the smiles and how there's no worries or cares in the world for the kids on the playground? So I joked around about if I had my own gym, it would be called the playground. So God willing, I get my gym one day, Playground Fitness Centers. Let me throw the logo up. Playground Fitness Centers, ladies and gentlemen. That was something I always said as a joke. I want to bring it to real life. A transition may be coming up because a sparkless truck is about to cross the road. Give me a second. So another backstory on another side note, this is what I said in the past. I'm not gonna get married till I'm 30. Because as a youngster, I thought I was a little pimp player Mac Daddy, right? Growing up on Too Short, right? Do you know when I proposed? My 30th birthday. My birthday. If I propose to you on my birthday and you tell me no, I didn't plan it that way. I didn't be like, hey, it's my birthday, she has no choice but to say yes. I was fairly confident, like legit, no matter when or where I asked, she would have said yes. But doing it on my birthday just felt right. And it's also, you're not expecting it. Her birthday, maybe she would have. Christmas, maybe she would have. But on my birthday, for real? So I proposed on my 30th birthday. I always joked around I'm not gonna get married till I'm 30. At the day I turned 30, took off that little pimp player jersey, and I said, hey, I don't need this no more, homie. Threw it up to the heavens. I said, give it to the next one. In a roundabout way. So, long story short, 2009 is when all these events started happening in my life that got me to where I am today. Now that I am where I am, I guess this can tie into fitness, and let's just see where it goes. Now that I am where I am, and bodybuilding isn't a priority for me, but fitness is more than just a hobby. It's a lifestyle. A hobby is this Veloster Turbo with D2 suspension on 18-inch, I forgot what the brand of the name wheels is, with the carbon fiber spoiler and the whatever brand blow-off valve and the whatever aftermarket exhaust and all the other stuff I added to it to make it look as cold as it does. Yes, we will use the cold reference. That's a hobby. So I can't talk about the Escalade, even though you've seen it and I've talked about it before, so you already know. That's a hobby. Fitness for me is a lifestyle. Bodybuilding can be considered a hobby because it's fun just to see how your body changes, what you could do to your body. If you set your mind to specific goals, what you could achieve, and that can help you in different aspects of life, which is great, which is what I want to get to eventually. Because the fact that it's never been a priority, number one. But as you get older, it gets harder. And then I mentioned before, when relationships come into play, when marriage comes into play, when kids come into play, when the older you're getting comes into play, when the amount of sleep you get per day affects your body and the way it reacts and changes. When even the mental mind state, depending on your family. So let's say you are married with kids, and let's say you're struggling just to pay the bills and struggling just to pay the rent, and you can't even, and your kids are wilding out, and you feel you can't control your kids. So now there's stress upon your life and your brain. So you're dealing with the stress of the kids, and depending on how the relationship is actually going, and depending on if the kids are stressful, how the wife is reacting to it, how much pressure she's putting on you. And this is me obviously talking to males, when it could be both ways, either way around. So please be universal, and when you listen to me, please be universal, because what I say could be universal. I just naturally talk a specific way, and it's also the most common way. So if I'm talking about something, but I'm giving a predominant gender or predominant race in the subject, if I'm talking about blacks and you're not black, just try to see if you can place yourself in the shoes of a black person, or if not, just understand it from the universal aspect. So what I'm talking about, if there's stress in your life, and when I say you can't pay the bills, you can't do this, you can't do that, because if you think about back in the days when the male was the one that actually did all the work and the woman was the one that was a housewife staying at home, so if the kids are acting up and the woman is not happy and the man is working hard trying to put the food on the table and the roof over the head, that's when it gets tricky, tough, and challenging. Now if you're both working and you're both doing what you can, that's freaking phenomenal and it's freaking great. But just open your eyes a little bit more and understand what it is exactly that I'm saying, because it's going to help you as we move forward and paint these pictures for the world as well as ourselves, and then the children that are growing up in this world that we are building for them. Let me catch my breath. But legit though, this is where it needs to go, and this is where it's going to go. So there's changes in life, there's changes in bodies, there's changes in mentalities. And there's so many changes that could happen that could affect so many different things. So when you have these goals, and back to the fitness aspect, if you have a goal like, hey, I'm going to compete in January, regardless of what show it is, I'm going to find the first show that happens, this first show I see after January 1st, I'm going to get ready for it. So you're getting ready for the show, and these random things pop up and arise. And now you're stressed out, and now you can't do this, and now you can't, and now you have to work double and triple shifts, and now you have to pick up extra shifts because you needed money for it, for specific things. So instead of actually going home and getting your rest, or going to the gym and getting in your cardio and doing the things that need to be done, you're working. You're paying bills. You're keeping a smile on your wife's face. You're keeping a smile on your kids' faces. You're doing what needs to be done. I'm not referencing my life, but I know I told you I reference my life a lot. Ask anybody. I always say, ask my wife, ask my wife, ask my wife. Same thing, ask my wife, ask my boss, ask my manager, ask any of my coworkers, ask anybody you know. When is the last time a new has worked overtime? This goes all the way back to 2015. I don't do extra shifts. I don't do double shifts. I don't do 6 or 7 days. No. Thank you, G. I'm in a situation I don't have to do those things. But nonetheless, these things arise in life. These situations happen in life. And this is where we need to put a little bit more attention to. So how I want to finish my fitness videos is going to be telling you how after 2019, let me start it now. After 2019, I finally competed again. I competed when Keanu was 9 months. I competed in June 2016. Then I did getting ahead of myself. June 2016, I competed. Then July 4th, Muscle Beach, I did another show. 2016. Got the overall, legit photos, right? So my next show after that was 2019. Fit Expo, Convention Center, Los Angeles. After that show, so this is January 2019, Again, overall, let's get some more photos. January 2019 overall. After that show, I didn't have any mindset of staying healthy or continuing on the path I was on. Dude, pizza, McDonald's, chips, candy, cakes, cupcakes, anything you throw in my face, I was devouring. Cinnamon rolls every day, and then I even do videos, and they're on Instagram and YouTube. The road to 405. Because when you weigh 170, it's not the easiest thing in the world to bench 405 pounds. Once I gained my body weight back, I was on a mission to bench press 405 again. For the record,
420,
I got
man.
up to 420.
That's 420, man. A fat backwood, man.
Here's the thing, folks. The amount of time it took me to put on the weight after the show, to the amount of time it took me to get back up to 405 on the bench press, and the amount of work and effort that I put in, and everything that I did to get to where I was at, and the amount of time and days I was in the gym and at the gym doing what needed to be done. If I was working that many days a week, if I was working that hard, if I pushed myself to the limit every single day, but at the end of the day, you look like this. This is a perfect example / scenario to let you know diet, cardio, and exercise go hand in hand when it comes to achieving your fitness goals. Kobe, Shaq, Phil Jackson. What happened when Shaq left? Kobe is phenomenal. Like, benching 420 pounds is phenomenal. Unless if you have that team that coincides with each other, that understands each other, and that works together as a whole, you will not get that ultimate goal. You have your highlights, you have your, which is PRs for the most part, personal record. You'll be able to bench 420. You'll be able to squat 505. You'll be able to deadlift 6 plates. What is that, 585 or something? But if you want to be ripped and lean, 2 words together. If you want to be ripped and lean and look good at the beach and have that summer body that everybody aspires to have, I always say 1-2 punch, which is diet and cardio. Kobe and Shaq, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'll get to on the next video. When I finally finish my fitness, it's gonna tell you the ups and the downs of not having everything together, as well as the ups and the downs of life, and it'll let you know there's no question in my work ethic. There's no question in how bad do I want things. There's no question in how hard do I push myself. Even with my genetics being black, even with my genetics naturally being strong, without putting in the work and the effort, you can only get so far, ladies and gentlemen. This gets tied into life. This gets tied into relationships. This gets tied into friendships. This is how much and how hard are you willing to work. If you want to talk about the world as a whole, how hard are we willing to work to make this world beautiful for the men and the women in the world? Not to mention the children that are growing up that will be men and women one day to take over the world. Okay? I'm done. 16 minutes flat. Now.